Welcome to the Joe Monroe Show. Now, here's your host, Joe Monroe.
Hello, pro wrestling fans. Welcome to a new episode of the recap. Honestly, I don't know where the heck Wilson has got me at today. I make one little joke about him being a walrus, and yet this is my broom closet, laundry. I don't know where the heck I'm at today. But nevertheless, the recap will continue on as normal. Now, we are going to be recapping the events that happened this past Saturday, April the 6th, when Triple Crown Wrestling came back to the old Ferguson gym in Ferguson, Kentucky. But first, let's shout out some sponsors. First and foremost, we want to thank our longtime sponsors, Phenomenal Finds ATL. If you're looking for anything retro, check out phenomenalfindsatl.com. We also want to thank our sponsors, Triple Crown Wrestling and Ultimate Championship Wrestling, as they are bringing back wrestling as it should be to the state of Kentucky. And also, Les Murphy Painting. If you have any trouble with any painting needs, whether it be inside or outside, check out Les Murphy at 734-334-3702. And as always, thank you for your support of the Joe Monroe Show. And let's go ahead and let's continue on with the recap. First match we have is that sneaky little Tyler Lee deputy going up against Party Man Cam. Now, Party Man tried his best to fight the law, but the law ended up winning with Tyler Lee deputy picking up the victory and advancing into the TCW TV title tournament. And this is actually what Tyler Lee Deputy had to say on his victory.
I feel like I'm missing something. Do you have my victory? You didn't bring it? Why didn't you bring it?
No one told me to.
You know, it's tradition.
I'm sorry.
All I have to say is I've qualified for the next round, in which I get a bye. You get special privileges when you're an officer of the law. But tonight, the party's over. Bye-bye, Cam.
And my apologies again to Tyler Lee Deputy for not having his victory beverage, we'll say. But let's go ahead and let's move on to the next match. Next match we have is Kevin Sinclair going up against Charles Colton. Now, this was a hard-fought bout. Both men actually gave it their all, even though we did kind of see Kevin Sinclair try to win the Scottish way by just walking out of the ring and I guess doing whatever he pleases. However, this very dubious finish, I should say, had Kevin Sinclair knock out Charles Colton. But Kevin Sinclair was able to pick up the victory. He still claims that he's undefeated, but again, in my book, it's just 2 victories. Sorry, Kevin. Now, the next match we have up is the UCW Southern States Champion, Brandon Wolf, going up against Travis Liddell. Now, Liddell tried to press Brandon Wolf's buttons, and though he tried the psychology way, it just didn't quite work out for Travis, as Brandon Wolf was able to pick up the victory and also advance in the TCW television title tournament. And actually, we have word from Brandon Wolf right now with that interview. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I feel fantastic. I love now qualifying in the TCW television title tournament because as of right now, I am the UCW Southern States Champion. But soon enough, after the tournament's said and done, I will also be, at the end, the TCW Television Champion. And that's got a good ring to it.
The next bout we have is the returning former UCW Southern States Champion James Kendrick going up against Adrian Alexander. Now, this was a little bit irritating to Adrian, as people will know of a certain picture. Let's go ahead and show that picture right now. Yeah, that picture of our fair season where James Kendrick literally chopped Adrian's soul out of his body there for a moment. Well, at least that's what it looked like to me. So James was hell-bent on doing it again, and indeed he did. We actually got footage of that chop right now. Gosh, that hurt me. However, the match ended in a draw when both men basically gave a good swift in the kick in the midsection, I'll say. I'll keep it clean. But it ended up being a double DQ, and none of them advanced in the TCW television title tournament. Now, speaking of advancing, this next match is, well, a lot of people were upset about it, especially fan favorite Marty Clay, where he went up against Chris Crow. Now, it was a time limit draw, even though Chris Crow had Marty Clay in the Kimura lock. Marty was on his way of getting out of it, then time limit expired. Then UCW promoter Terry England, also a big supporter of the Joe Monroe Show, how you doing, Terry, came out and did the old school way of doing a coin toss, in which Chris Crow ended up winning and advancing onto the tournament. Now, we were able to catch up with Marty Clay after the match, and this is what he had to say.
Brother, it hurts. You seen it out there. I was in the Kimura lock for 2 minutes. And Chris Crow, as much as I don't like him and the things he's doing, he is what he says he is. He's undeniable. Chris is great, but that doesn't mean he's better than Marty Clay. And tonight, he skimmed by. He couldn't make me tap out. He skimmed by and lucked out a win on a coin toss. But I think all the fans know, Chris knows, and I know for sure, if we got any kind of overtime, I would have walked away the winner, and I would be advancing in that television tournament.
Now, as we was wrapping up with Marty, this happened.
Hey, can we get security out here? Hey!
Come on! Come on, Chris!
Calm down. Hey, cut the camera, we'll be right back.
Let's go if you want to do this out here.
I don't know what's going on with Chris Crow. He used to be a swell guy, but now, ever since Convert, I don't know what's going on with him. Honestly, folks, I don't. But there you have it. There's the recap for April the 6th. Now, we will return April the 20th in Monticello, Kentucky at the Aspire Center. So be there. Get your tickets while they last. Front row sells out pretty quick. And remember, front row, if you pre-order, it's going to be $12 instead of being $15 at the gate. Then second row and back, if you pre-order, is $10. At the show is going to be $12. So be sure to get your tickets as soon as possible. Until next time, folks, I know later tonight we're going to have everyone's favorite wrestler that they love to hear, Flynn Hendricks, on the Joe Monroe Show on a special live. So be sure to check that out at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, I will see you all later tonight. And until then, thank you so much for your support, and always, always, always support professional wrestling. I'm going to kill Wilson for putting me in this, whatever this is.
You've been listening to The Joe Monroe Show with Joe Monroe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.